All right, guys, Red Alert 2 World Series action coming at you here. Today we are debuting the new Blitz map, Texas. We got a couple pro players to try it out. It's going to get crazy. Let's go. We got a pro debut from Gene, the Warhammer, out of Jordan here on the right side. He's top 10 on Rambo, a traditional Red Alert 2 player, been around for a long time, good player. Hasn't played much on this stream, and this is his pro Blitz debut. We have Zed, the Algerian warrior, in red on the left side. We all know him. Everyone knows and loves Zed. Zed's been on fire today. He just took down Loring Loka in both Blitz and Yuri's Revenge. We're going to run another we're going to run Yuri's Revenge and Blitz for these guys back to back. So Blitz right now, Yuri's Revenge right after that. If you're missing some of these games, I'm only posting the highlights on YouTube. If you're seeing them on YouTube, come on over to Twitch. Stream it live every couple days, every week. A lot of games that don't make it over to YouTube, unfortunately. The YouTube algorithm, I can only post the top content or the YouTube algorithm gets mad at me. So again, guys, make it over to Twitch. It's free, it's easy, it's fun. Good community. We can trigger potatoes. We go unicorn hunting. It's an inside joke if you don't get it. Yeah, the nuke. You guys can't handle the nuke, man. 100 of you have to say the word nuke. Just stick with the potatoes. You guys are more of potato hunting kind of people. The potato, every 30 minutes you can trigger the potato, though. All right, so conscripts out for Zed. So this map pulls a lot of action towards the center. Yeah, so 4 oils for Gene, Zed on a second war factory. So this map plays very different than the other Blitz maps because of the 2 starting oils, and I think Zed's double war factory opening I like more, but Gene, actions per minute. If you're a top level Red Alert 2 player, if you've been around for a long time, you're the kind of guy who's very comfortable pumping sentry guns on the front lines, and we've seen, even at the top level, a big difference in the players that can handle that mechanic. Oftentimes you don't deal with it in the traditional game mode, but players who have a really high actions per minute, very comfortable pumping sentry guns, repairing sentry guns. We've seen players like Kian and Berg, and the difference it can make, and just how many sentry guns they'll put in no hot zone. So Zed gonna go at that oil now. A lot of conscripts in the fight. Gene not pumping fodder. Gene on 10k. The barracks. Oh, he brings out the Desolator. So Gene goes Desolator. Yeah, Gene playing smart here. Gene's playing rock paper scissors. Zed goes rock. He goes. I almost said scissors. That's not right. Don't go scissors versus rock. Go paper. Desolator's out to deal with the conscripts. Gene not going to put up with that funny business. Gene needs to get another war factory out ASAP, though. Again, guys, the double oils on this map does change your opening radically. It allows you to go early fodder. It allows you to go early war factory. Nice unit control from Gene. You see him playing the perimeter of this crater here, getting that elevation advantage, also getting sentry guns into the fight. I love that. The Desolator chasing conscripts on the backside. Those conscripts from Zed actually are staying alive, which can be nice, a little bit annoying. Pull Gene's attention a little bit here, and that's what Zed needs. But Zed on 4 war factories, Gene on 2. So I'm not exactly sure. And that's, well, I am actually fairly sure what's going on here. You're seeing, again, Gene in traditional Red Alert 2, in the vanilla version of the game, Gene is a higher rated player. And that's what you're seeing here, better unit control. Zed, radically more Blitz experience, and you're seeing he's just dialed in on this map. He has the build, he knows how to play Blitz more, but we'll see if just raw tank skills can prevail here. Now, Soviet versus Soviet, this is best of 5. Sorry, the scoreboard on the right side of the screen is wrong. This is best of 5. Now, Soviet versus Soviet, I think it's really important that Gene wins this first point, because as we start getting over to Allied versus Allied, that's when Blitz plays a little bit wacky, and I think Zed's really going to be able to get a leg up. But Gene needs to, hopefully can use his superior tank control here to pull something out. As I say that, going to be tricky. Zed over to 6 war factories. Gene now a battle lab out. Gene is a big drone fan, a big Deso fan, and those are obviously the things that can completely swing things, even if you are being out tanked. And Zed's tanks get completely befuddled going around that lake, but Gene has an issue as well, getting his tanks strung out. Zed way out tanking here, and Gene lost all of his Desolators. He needs some Desolators in the fight, pumping dogs instead. I think that's a bit questionable. I think he should probably be building Desolators, but look at that tank control from Gene. He's on the hill, he's doing everything he can, but he's so out tanked right now, and the lack of Desolators in the fight a bit confusing to me. That forward barracks would be so nasty right now for a Desolator. Gene doesn't get it done, pumping sentry guns, doing everything he can. I don't know how Gene is staying alive right now, but he's severely out-tanked and things are going from bad to worse. And Gene's still pumping dogs and rhinos, trying to do this the old-fashioned way, refusing to switch over to drones and desos, which could be a great idea, could be a terrible idea. I'm inclined to think probably not a great idea. Gene keeping up his sentry guns to keep holding the line. Zed gets an elite rhino. That could be the beginning of the end. The dogs, the rhinos coming, and Zed does finally pull through. Gene made that incredibly difficult. But Zed, yeah, Zed's macro, right? Big War Factory advantage. Come on, Twitchers. Show the YouTubers how much fun we have over here. Who's got it? This is easy. Do like a 120. Do like a 120-80. Like a 120-80. Come on, Luke Z. Luke Z shoots himself to the moon. Like 120-80? 120-60? The first number's the angle. The second number's the power. Come on. Come on, boys. Sneer's in here. Sneer, you got it. Someone's got to hit it quick. Pressure cooker. Linus! Linus, I like the idea. Not quite playing the angle right. Oh, I'm going to have to turn it off in a second. We only got one more second. Come on, boys. Believe in yourselves. I'm feeling like 120-70. Linus, buddy. You're getting worse. That was terrible. All right, as soon as the action starts, I'm turning it off. Linus? Linus! Linus! Linus nails it! Oh my gosh, Linus OP. You love to see it. All right, Linus, here you go, boy. Here, boy? I was gonna say buddy. Here you go, boy. I'm like I'm treating you like a dog. Here you go, Linus. Here you go, boy. Come here, Linus. Try to get the $5, buddy. Oh, Linus, you won nothing. Hey, it was a good shot. Sleep tonight knowing that you're a warrior. All right, let's get into it. AVA here. AVA. And Gene clearly knows what's going on. He opens Rockies. I like that. Scammed. Is scammed. All right, so Gene gets in. First blood, grabs a power plant. Zed does have the eagle advantage here. Going to take out that AFC. Gene has a nice little bundle of Rockies here. Honestly, guys, and honestly, the thing is, I know you guys are messing. I know you guys don't actually think this is a scam, but, well, maybe you do. I don't know. There's a lot of you in here I don't know. Maybe you guys do think this is a scam. But realistically, man, I'll tell you, if I had more money coming in, I'd be giving more money out. All the money that comes into the stream, I give out. So if someone, like, the more money we get, and that's why I'm saying, as soon as Red Bull gives me that $1 million, I'm going to give out, like, every point we're going to be doing star catches and shit. I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, that's the fun part for me. Like, the fun part for me is not making money, it's giving the money out. But unfortunately, I have to control how much money I give out because there's only so much money coming in, boys. So we can't be giving out $5 every 10 seconds until we get the Red Bull sponsorship. Stay tuned. So Gene in trouble now, loses that AFC, has to build another one. I think, oh, now it goes double AFC. So Gene knows what he's doing here. If you fall behind on the AFC fight, the way to get back into it is to go double AFC. You can't just keep going single, it'll keep getting sniped out. Gene does get that miner. Have we seen a miner get deployed in a pro game yet? Gene, nice unit control here, but Zed with a significant Rocky advantage. Gene, a forward Patriot missile, beautiful. That is a scary bundle of Rockies. And they're gonna go backside now. Gene has to try to take a base trade, drives through a death triangle of pillboxes, and Gene, not much to defend on the backside. Gene takes a base trade, not a terrible idea here. I think he's behind. There goes the barracks. There goes the MCV. If Gene can try to hold a barracks here, Gene, base trade, base trade, base trade. So Zed down to his last. Gene has to just, yeah, Zed has too many buildings. Oh, Gene pulls back. Gene pulls back to hold. He pulls back to try to hold. He has to protect the Patriot missiles. No way. No way. No way. Oh, that was such good decision making. Wow. That was sick. That's why you call him the Warhammer, boys. I had a weird day today. I had a lot of games canceled, so then I had to like message a bunch of people to try to schedule stuff, and yeah, sorry about that, Hassan. I would love to get you in, Hassan, if you're after. These guys got to run Yuri's Revenge still though too, Hassan, so I don't think we're gonna be able to get you in. I mean, if you're, I wanted to do, yeah, I wanted to run Hassan versus Zed in hardcore. Hassan's the hardcore champion. Sorry, man. Anyway, I feel bad. It's hard. I know when like messaging all these people and stuff, and I feel bad people are like trying to, anyway. Sorry, Hassan. I know it's getting really late for you. Anyway, so over to point number 3 now. So GIs. So this is going to be interesting to see how Gene handles the GIs. Gene clearly has been watching some Blitz, maybe playing some quick match. Again, this is his pro debut, first time playing in a tournament, but clearly knows what's going on. So he's going to sentry wall. I would have liked to have seen him get a little bit closer into this zone. The problem is these oils. Now, I like this move. This is always the pro move versus GIs. If someone's applying pressure with GIs, you go downfield and try to do something. But look at Zed. Zed just knows exactly what's going on here, builds the pillboxes to try to cut that off. Man, Zed's just playing really, really smart today. These GIs are going to cause some issues here. The barracks is out of position. They can... Oh, and Zed lets go. His GIs get ran over. Ooh, that little bundle of GIs was capable of swinging this game, blowing things wide open. Wow, really, really nice. Quick on the click there from Gene. And Zed was somewhere else there for a second. Wasn't able to get him deployed. I think Gene's still in trouble here though. He's on 10K, no radar. He's just gonna try to straight spam sentry guns. This was kind of like this was kind of the original strategy versus GIs, was just to spam sentries. It's since become a little bit difficult as players have started committing more and more to the GI rush, thanks to Luke. Can Legionnaires freeze the super weapons, or is it blocked? No, these can't be destroyed. The central super weapons cannot be destroyed. Yeah, the GI rush is so I mean, so like this is kind of like right now these GIs are being like used tactically, and now Gene has enough of rhinos. Oh, but both players with some pathing issues around this water. These features create some really dynamic play. What? Gene! Oh my God, that one pained my soul. Forward barracks, radar out, desolator coming. Wow, and he deploys the oil right there. So again, guys, that crate in the middle of the map does bring out a slave miner. That slave miner deploys into an oil, which you can do a lot of different things with it, presumably. We haven't really seen it be used very much, honestly. So Gene, again, going to take a base trade here. Again, not a terrible idea, I don't think. I think Zed definitely has the momentum here. Gene's going to get behind enemy lines. He's going to take this MCV. Now, counterpunch coming. He has to try to mitigate the counterpunch potential here. With these rhinos, he needs to either thin out these grizzlies or try to bring some home to defend. He has desolators. He has sentry guns. Zed, oh, but the snipers to take out the desolators. And Gene's back in. He's gonna dive on the, oh, Zed has a double barracks. Don't dive on the barracks. That's the only war factory. He's ulting the war factory. He's gonna get it. He does get it. Okay, counterpunch time, guys. The ball now in Gene's court. If Gene can hold the line here, he will win the game. Zed, it's time to go, buddy. I don't know what Zed's waiting for, but it's not gonna work. Eagles come in. I'm not sure what they just got there. A war factory, I guess, probably. Desolators out. So Gene got in and took out all those snipers. So the snipers go down. Yeah, Zed's got to push. I think Zed, I mean, well, you have to push, right? You're an MCV down. Wow. And yeah, Zed has to make a death march. He's not going to find any value there. And Gene goes up, boys. Gene goes up. Wow. Okay. Yeah, and Zed, that is one of those ones, you know, we talk about games where it's like, you know, you just tip your hat. You know, you played your game, they played theirs, they countered, right? But in this particular instance, that's one of those ones Zed, Zed, you know, it's one of those ones that's frustrating. But Zed's been playing a good day. You know, you make mistakes even at the top level, and, you know, just a couple slip-ups there, and Gene capitalized. Yeah, really. Luke giving GI advice. Luke, of course, the GI king, also currently holding the Blitz crown. Yeah, Blitz crown winning last month. Kind of exciting, guys. This new era at the top level. I mean, it's bittersweet, right? Kian is like, I don't know, Kian's off at college partying or something. Kian's all grown up. It's a little sad. I'm like remember the old days? I'd be like, hey Kian, when can you play? He would be like, one time Kian sent me his schedule. It was 7 days, 16-hour blocks each day. He's like, I can play anytime these days. So literally all of his waking hours. That was the old Kian. Now Kian's all grown up. He's out partying. He's too busy for us. I'm like, hey, can you play? He's like, I'll be drinking. I'm like, oh, that's no fun. I suppose living life as an adolescent is more important than playing 20-year-old games. Anyway, Marco, I don't know what's up with Marco. Marco seems like Marco hasn't been playing much either. Guess he's got some real life stuff going on. So anyway, opening up, as the throne's empty. Luke hopped in last month. Both Marco and Kian got knocked out in the semifinals. Luke and Legend ended up in the finals. Luke played well, took home the crown. So it's the new era, boys. Time to take the throne. It kind of felt like Kian and Marco were going to be on top forever. And Latov's back. The Deso King's back. So, yeah, we got a couple. I think this will be a good month. And plenty more to come after that, boys. Non-stop action. That's how it goes around here. Gene pushing in with Grizzlies into Rhinos. Very, very questionable. So this is an RA2 player. It's kind of... So in RA2, the tank build speed, early game, you'll see this more often, you know, Grizzlies and Rhinos kind of going toe-to-toe. But barebacking it there with no dogs, a bit questionable. I mean... He just thought, like, I mean, in tank control, you know, a really good player, you can go Grizzlies to Rhinos and RA2. And Yuri's Revenge, you don't see it quite as often. Again, without a fodder advantage, it's incredibly difficult. But ultimately, it wasn't that bad of an engagement. Yeah, he's thinking of Yuri. And you're in Red Alert 2, though, you see that more often. Just tier 1 Grizzlies and Rhinos going at each other. Yuri's Revenge, it plays a little bit differently. The build speeds, Allied kind of really needs to use a more diverse portfolio. GI's pushing in. And I'll tell you what, guys, I'm excited, man. I'm always excited to have the guys that I know in here, but I'm also excited to have the new guys. And to have Gene, a new top-level player, taking a liking to Blitz and clearly showing that he knows how to play Blitz and how to use the strategies. Yeah, you love to see it. Just deploy it right there. A lot of these players, well, he's going to bring it home. Hey, get a little boon to his economy. Again, guys, that slave miner does deploy into an oil. I think it's kind of a fun mechanic. And, you know, each month, you guys know me, I'm trying to keep things fresh, keep guys on their toes, do new things without, you know, completely tilting the game and making stupid stuff that everyone hates. Which is easier said than done. The slave miner is cool though, because you can take it home, get a free oil, or you can head downfield. Uses those eagles to try to thin out the rhinos, but still doesn't have the numbers. Another good calculation there from Gene is going to pull back. Zed will take that machine shop. Yeah, the machine shop on this map, guys, all of your units have a residual repair feature. Which is incredibly beneficial and does kind of change the mechanics of the game. Like if you have a lot of wounded tanks, it behooves you to slow things down. These Rhino numbers getting scary here for Zed. Rocky's now to defend. Not a lot of anti-air in that group, but that's a lot of uncontested Rhinos. Now into the belly of the beast. The War Factory goes down. The MCV goes down behind it. Zed taking... Wait, are we burning barns? We're burning barns! It's been a good day so far, but the first barn burner of the day, it is match point here in the Pro Division. These guys going at each other, man. This is what I live for. Quick reminder, guys, redalert2.com. You want to download and play, head over there. You can sign up for the tournaments. You can join the Discord, connect with the community. You can check out the YouTube. You can check out the Twitch. You can watch things live, and you can donate. I hate to ask for donations, but yeah, unfortunately, that's the way she goes around here. Helps me keep fuel in the rocket. All the money that comes into the stream does go back into the stream. It goes back towards next month's prize pool. The more money that comes in, the more content I can create, hype things up, get the players excited. That's what it's all about. Of course, even if you can't donate, your unspoken love and support, just hanging out, is always appreciated as well. Liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff is free for you. Helps me get Red Alert 2 in front of more people. You guys know the mission. RA to the moon. It's simple. More people watching, playing, and streaming the best game of all time. My mission is very, very, very simple. Appreciate all the support so far. I get a lot of support from people, man. You guys make this a lot of fun. Appreciate you, and I appreciate all the sponsors as well. A lot of sponsors each month to help make this happen. All right, so Zed into the middle here with conscripts. Now, this is a blitz mechanic that Gene, I think, is not quite gripping. Somehow he's able to make it work without it. But again, the two starting oils here, you can mass conscripts early on. And the deaths, oh, okay, never mind. Again, guys, so Gene's a lion, right? If you throw a stick, a dog chases the stick. If you throw a stick with a lion, the lion does not chase the stick. The lion turns around and eats the person who threw the stick. Gene is the lion. If you go mass conscripts, Gene doesn't go, oh, I need to mass conscripts. He goes, Desolator. Simple game of rock, paper, scissors here. I like it. Gene's playing chess. We're all playing Candyland. Of course, Zed also playing chess. Man, he's been playing some great Red Alert 2 here today. Taking down Loka in both Blitz and Yuri's Revenge. And hanging and banging with Gene, who, again, very, very strong traditional player, and proving that he understands the mechanics of Blitz as well. Again, guys, right after this, stick around. We are going to be doing a traditional Yuri's Revenge series with these two players as well. Should be some good action also. That empty bunker there. And Gene is just... It's really impressive, man, watching Gene go to work here, because Gene is behind in macro, right? He's behind on war factories, he's behind on tanks, he's behind on total units, but his unit control is keeping him in this game. And I think it's fun to see that at the top level, because to the untrained eye, this game kind of looks like, oh, it's simple. You mass rhinos and smash heads, and whoever gets lucky wins. But with Gene, a player like this, you're really appreciating, like, oh, Gene is down. He has less tanks. But the unit control, when you're in that engagement, clicking the tanks, telling them where to drive, what to do, all of those little decisions make a huge difference. That oil comes out and 2 sentries immediately in that middle zone. I like the idea. Now, when the next crate comes, that oil is going to be destroyed. Or at least it should be. Be interesting to see. Gene 15k, Zed 10k as we move into a mid game. We might get an interesting one here in the match point. We might see a little bit of a tech race here. Now Gene, again, a traditional Red Alert 2 player, not big on, not as likely to think of going tech. He's definitely more comfortable massing war factories, massing rhinos and desolators. As I say that, Gene brings the battle lab. Dude, don't make me look bad like that, Gene. When I'm saying stupid, when I'm talking on my ass, at least just give it a minute before you make me look stupid. Yeah, Gene, as a Red Alert 2 analyst who claims to know things, I would say Gene pretty unlikely to go tech. Boom, tech. Immediately goes tech. Come on, Ivor. You're better than that. So Gene locks up the center zone with sentries and desolators, now brings a Kirov over. So Zed now out with flak tracks. These desolators, yeah, this is an interesting, quite the little equation here. You can go naval on this map as well. We haven't seen much of it though. I did cut it up so you can try to sneak a dreadnought in, but haven't seen much of it. Yeah, the furthest war factory back. Yeah, he really needs a primary one of his. So he does pull the Kirov back a little bit. Okay. Zed takes a little bite. No, a dreadnought right here. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I think the dreadnought can hit the MCV. Maybe not. It seems really far. I thought I made it so that the dreadnought could hit the MCV, but now that I look at that, that seems pretty far. I actually don't think that's very likely. Oh, you were just saying nuke is coming. My bot thought you were trying to trigger the effect. 100 of you guys say the word nuke, someone gets 40 bucks. Again, you guys aren't going to get it. Someday, after the Red Bull sponsorship. All right. And Zed, a terrible engagement. The Desolators zone out the backside. Zed gets befuddled by this little canyon. That's the Polye special. Big shout out to Polye for helping me decorate this map. I put together a lot of the main features, but Polye's got that artistic touch. If you ever see a map that looks really beautiful, it's because someone like Berg or Snark or Polye came in and helped me out. So appreciate you, Polye. Polye's been helping me out quite a bit lately. So the drones, massive drone hit. Where is Gene right now? Gene trying to clean up drones, now has his own drones. Zed goes over some radiation. The IC drones, he force shields the nuke. Oh my gosh, what do we have? Another, so the IC drones, those drones were huge. Zed dives on the MCV, he gets it. Oh my gosh. So Zed 9 war factories to 7. So Zed has a war factory advantage, but he's, okay, so Gene has a ton of war factories, a ton of money. Zed's broke. Zed's overproducing. Counterpunch coming. Zed pushes uphill, or sorry, Gene pushes uphill into the bunker. Gene now pumping Kirovs. Oh my god, you love to see it, boys. Every morning I get up, I'm like streaming, I'm like, why, you know, you have a bad game, you have a slow game, you have people trolling in chat, you're like, why do I do this? Games like this, boys. Games like this. This is what keeps my blood pumping. Kirov's pushing in, rhinos. The elite rhino comes out. Gene going inch by inch. Zed broke. I can't believe Zed's broke right now. Being broke 6 minutes into a game like this, very, very odd. The Kirov's pushing quite a few flak tracks. If they take that oil, they're going to get some pretty nice chain reactions. 4 Kirovs still standing. The sentry gun's doing so much work. The Kirovs take out. There's still some flak tracks. Those Kirov's going down, and Gene pushing uphill into these sentry guns, just so questionable. I feel like he could try to get into a different zone, but I like it, man. I like it. Gene flexing right now, pushing straight through the most defended zone on the map. The Iron Curtain, certainly the tool for the job there. The Kirovs did a pretty good job distracting, did pick up a little bit of value, and look at that split from Gene. The wherewithal to split enough to get the MCV, but also bring a few back to slow down the counterpunch. Man, heads up play. I'm excited. I'm giddy, guys. Having a new pro in here, banging out, putting on a good show like this. Yeah, that's what you love to see. So, nuke coming. Can I get a 2-pack right here? 2-pack right here? Yeah. 3-pack! The 3-pack, it gets 3. And so now, and Zed, and that's it. Zed not producing. Gene out with Desolators. Gotta be the beginning of the end here. Wow. Okay, Zed DCs? Zed with the DC? You have an excellent game like that. Excellent sportsmanship. Everyone having fun. A great game. Zed DCs.
Сказать он не в восторге.